We now start with the first part, wastewater treatment and reuse in the industry and the environment, the urban environment. I'd like to introduce and announce Mr. Hein Molenkamp, Managing Director of the Water Alliance. And the title of his presentation and our exchange is Challenges and Innovation of the Dutch Water Technology. Mr. Hein Molenkamp, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Harro. And pleased to be within this trade mission. I think we have a great lineup of companies from as well Italy as the Netherlands in this mission. So looking forward to the matchmaking. Water Alliance is a network organization in the Netherlands. We have some 110 members, mainly being companies in the SME level, which are very innovative in water technology. As Water Alliance, we are based at Water Campus. So what you see here is the innovation ecosystem based at Water Campus. And I think this is a beautiful example of how innovation can take place and how we make sure that innovation go as quickly as possible from a research phase to a marketplace. And therefore, this Water Campus ecosystem is set up. You see here, Water Alliance is also part of it in the business area. But the nice thing about such an ecosystem is that we connect scientific research with applied research and also business. So a nice example of this scientific part in the Water Campus is an organization called WETSIS, which is the Center of Sustainable Technology, which combines, in fact, efforts of some 23 different universities from all over Europe, universities as well as other knowledge institutes. They carry out research, in fact, fundamental research, but the great thing here is that it is not only fundamental research from universities, but it is a combination of companies and universities working together. So there is, for instance, at this Water Campus laboratories of WETSIS working some 65 PhDs 24/7 to create new and breakthrough type of technologies. Only by these technologies you will not be to the markets, of course, directly. So for that reason, also organizations like Center of Expertise and the Water Application Center are working together at this Water Campus. So far from the Netherlands, you can see some issues from water technology which are brought forward to the market since many years. For instance, we have an authoritative position in membrane technology based on clean water technology, but there is a lot of issues, of course, also to get water back from wastewater to reuse situations. And this is also where this webinar is partly about. Sensoring technology is another technology which takes a lot of attention at the moment. There is a lot of innovation done on that respect and can be, for instance, go from how are we able to get more decentralized applications. So sensoring in that respect will be a very crucial part. But it is also about, and let's say in this COVID times, it is also, we see companies who are able to get sort of a rapid detection of bacteria and viruses. And all that can be named as sensoring technology. The third picture shows here the position of biotechnology, which in wastewater treatment, of course, is a very important thing. And in the Netherlands, there are many companies active in the field of biotechnology. So this is an overview of the different technologies in the Netherlands. And of course, the difficulty with water tech is that it is very cross-cultural, cross-sectoral. So we can have technology, of course, which can be applied in the water sector, in the drinking water or in the wastewater sector. But many companies in the water tech sector are active in the field of applications in industries or in urban situations. So also in this webinar, we see a few examples which explain more about their applications in the urban area, for instance, or in the utility area. Well, challenges and issues, to keep it short, of course, there is many challenges in the world, but in the Netherlands, there is a few issues we can pinpoint. As, for instance, we are a front runner in the circular economy approach. So municipal wastewater treatment plants, for instance, in the Netherlands, they have teamed up and say we will be the water and nutrient factory. So to create energy and nutrient reuse from wastewater treatment plants is a very big issue in the Netherlands. And we see it also in our context worldwide, that it is increasing. Another thing is also in the Netherlands we see drought issues. Since the last 3 years, drought is becoming an increasing issue in the Netherlands. And to overcome those issues, there is a lot of technologies coming up to help prevent drought. That can be about saving water from consumers in the houses, but can also be how do we recycle water, which is, for instance, already treated in the wastewater treatment facilities. How can we reuse that in industries?
And Mr. Molenkamp, do you see examples of that already happening in the Netherlands at the moment, that installations are being built, realize that, for example, reuse wastewater, municipal wastewater, in a certain field? Could you give an example?
Yeah, well, for instance, there is now projects set up where already treated wastewater from municipal treatment facilities are really picked up and not only discharged to the canals or the river, but reused straight away for new applications. And in fact, with all the technologies available today and research at the moment, you will see that this will become a big market, of course, that we use the water also treated already in the domestic wastewater treatment facilities to reuse it either into houses or in the cities, but also in industries. So we see decreasing groundwater levels, for instance. So, and in the times of drought, this will be a big issue in our country as well. And I think there is also opportunities between Italy and Netherlands to exchange that knowledge and businesses.
I think the interesting aspect is also that some topics that you mention here in this slide, looking at a circular economy perspective, if you have the micropollutants discussion, for example, in the Netherlands, which is quite hot at the moment. But so, you remove micropollutants, but by doing that, you create a high quality water already, which is of course already predestined to be used instead of being put to the surface water. So I know, for example, of a project where indeed a Google data center is being supplied with fit-for-purpose treated municipal wastewater.
And those are examples which, of course, will increase. And that's not only the case in the Netherlands, but that's in fact important to apply all over the world. So this could be one of those interesting things to match between Dutch and Italian companies.
Do you also see on the drinking water side a different approach or examples of different type of installations being realized?
Well, drinking water, of course, is a very important issue because it also has a lot of health and safety issues. So in the Netherlands, we can say we are safe to drink water from the tap in each house. And that's an important thing to keep up. But on the other hand, water will be more scarce. And of course, there is, from technology side of view, a lot of opportunities to help that produce enough drinking water. And that if it is drinking water or water for industrial applications, in fact, we can make what you say, water fit for purpose. So you can, in fact, make all types of water depending on the need of the water. So the specification is important.
I think there are still some regulatory issues themes in the Netherlands specifically. It would be